Hi, third grade. Welcome to Making Masa with Miss G. Just kidding, we're not making masa. We're making tortillas, but that sounded much better to say. Happy that you're here, excited, looking forward to it. Let's have some fun. The first thing that you need is the masa itself. The next thing you'll need is water, measuring cups, a large bowl for mixing. If you have a tortilla press, that would be a great thing to use. But if you don't, you can use a rolling pin. Also, if you have a scale, a kitchen scale, that would be a good thing to use. If you don't, that's okay too. We are going to use enough masa and water to make approximately 10 tortillas. So, the first thing that we need to do is open up our bag of masa and measure out 1 cup. And we'll dump it directly into our large bowl. Okay, our next step, you are going to need 1/4 of a cup, measuring cup. Now, 1/4 of a cup is exactly that. It's 1 part of 4 parts that make up 1 whole cup. So 4 of these makes up 1 whole cup. Now, we need 1/4 of these to put into our dry masa. But we are also going to go by feel, because while recipes can be very helpful, they don't account for all of the things in the environment in which you live. So we're gonna start with 2 of these, okay, which makes up 1/2 cup. All right, now we get to get messy. But first, wash your hands if you haven't done so already. Alrighty, now that we've got clean hands and our masa, we can already see that the masa has soaked up the water. Can you believe that at one time, this was corn? So we're kind of just rehydrating this grain here. Now, when you start to clump it together like this, you can tell what the consistency is, and it's still not holding together, right? So it's kind of like when you're trying to build a snowman outside and it's not sticking together. That usually means that the snow isn't moist and you need more water. So we're gonna go ahead and go back with our measuring cup and add about 1/2 of this. Just do a little bit at a time because you can always add more, but you can't take the moisture away. Now, when you squeeze it, you're gonna feel a really different consistency here. It's actually starting to stick together. And it's starting to smell more like corn. It's still looking a little dry. See, these pieces aren't really sticking. So we're gonna add the rest of our 1/4 of a cup here. Okay, now once we've put each of our 1/4, our 3 1/4 into our masa mixture, we are gonna turn it into a ball. Getting every grain, every tiny bit of ground corn here into our one ball. Okay, so we want it to be able to make an indent with our finger, but not crack too much. So this is what mine looks like. Okay, we're ready for our next step. Okay, while I was preparing my tortilla ball, my sous chef has begun heating our area where we're going to be cooking our tortillas, and he also put together a space for us to put the tortillas after we portion them out here. Okay, now we have two different ways that we can measure in this situation. We can either measure by weight or by volume. So by weight, we would like each tortilla to be 1 ounce. So I'm just gonna give my ball a little pinch here. And let's see what this amount. I'm gonna add a little more. 0.9. There we go, 1 ounce. So 1 ounce looks like this. It's also, if we're looking at volume, it's a heaping tablespoon of masa. This is what that looks like inside of a tablespoon. Okay. We want to turn this into a nice round ball so that when we squish it, it comes out flat. Okay, so for my next process here, I'm just going to turn all of my dough into tiny little balls. Okay, now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 tortillas. And we decided that we are going to use a plastic bag in our tortilla press, and you will see why in just a moment. I will also show you the inventive way of using a book instead of using a rolling pin. Okay, a tortilla press lined with a plastic bag. Take one of my balls of masa, put it on the saran wrap on the plastic bag in the middle of my press, close my plastic baggie on top of it, put my press over, and squish and press. And here is what we end up with. What's wonderful about this is that the plastic bag, you can pull it off like this, and then the tortilla comes off like this. It's not perfect, but it is perfect for us. We're going to put this directly on a medium-high skillet. You want to have a nice warm place for the tortillas to land after they've worked hard in the pan. So go ahead and prepare a bowl with a dry cloth lining it. You want little wisps of smoke coming off your skillet to indicate that it is ready for your masa. Mine isn't quite ready yet, so we're gonna wait for that to happen. And while I'm waiting, I am going to press the rest of my tortillas with the help of my sous chef, Dylan. Alrighty, we see little wisps of smoke coming off, so it's ready for tortilla. Now, we want this to cook for 60 seconds approximately on each side. So we really don't want to leave this over here by itself. We want to stay with it. I've got a spatula ready to flip it. Flip it to look at it?
We'll flip it. Just flip it.
Okay. Has a nice crisp sound on the bottom. One, two, three. And we're gonna do a third flip. And if we get it right, we should see a slight rise in the tortilla. Ah, there it is.
There we go.
That's the water evaporating out of the masa. Okay. And now it's ready to be delivered to its warm bed with its friends. Now I'm going to show you how to use a book if you don't have a tortilla press.
Look at these.
And our flayed open Ziploc bag. Oops. Our Ziploc bag. And you want to squish with even pressure. Let's see what that looks like. Not quite big enough. We need more pressure. A little bit bigger, a little bit more pressure. All right, looks pretty good there. The point is we do want as even pressure as possible, making it thin like a tortilla. So we open up our bag, slide our tortilla off, and that looks pretty good. Maybe even better than my tortilla press ones. We made quesadillas with our tortillas, and they were wonderful. Thanks for joining me, third grade.